Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. Shining in the light of... What's up, family? What's going on, people? I ask that you will share this live, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. That you will share it with somebody, okay? It's the way we evangelize. And if you don't mind, while you over here getting you some, you'll let somebody else get them some as well. So what's up, Instagram? What's going on, family? What's up? YouTube? And what is up, Facebook? Look, I got some information that I'm going to share with y'all on tonight. And tonight I do have a heavy heart. I really do. I've had a heavy heart all day. I don't even know where to start, like, for real. Just because it kind of made sense to me today, but just because I have this unrelentless passion, pursuit of passion for, for my brothers and my sisters, that's what I'll say. And that does not mean that I don't love all, because I do. And I don't have to explain myself and say that, but because I have brothers and sisters from all walks of life, all nations, tribes, tongues, and kindred, my job is not to offend you. If the truth offends you, that's not my job. My job is to preach the truth or speak the truth, tell the truth. But me personally, in the flesh, my job is not to offend a single soul, but I will tell the truth. And the truth is that I have this relentless pursuit for my people. And the best way I can describe it is that today it made a lot more sense than what it has made. I've known since I was a little bitty girl that, and it sounds strange to others. I don't even know if I should say it on here tonight, but I don't know what's going on with my live over here. Why did my camera switch around? Isn't this something? Hold on, y'all. How did my camera turn off and I didn't even touch my camera? I don't want to sound like I'm rambling because I am going somewhere. But ever since I was a child, I've always known that. I'm trying to watch how I say it because some people may take this the wrong way. Nevertheless, I don't care. I'm just going to say what it is. I've always had this deep inner knowing that somehow what Dr. Martin Luther King did and what I was called to do had some similarities. It's the best way I can describe it. I remember as a child being drawn to the story of Dr. Martin Luther King. I remember as a child being drawn to the story of great leaders. Okay, that's what I'll say. But I never understood why. I remember when I was in 6th grade, part of our history lesson was to watch the Roots movie. And I don't know why my camera keep doing this dumb stuff over here. Satan, the Lord rebukes you. Now, how about that? That's what I am going to say. Satan, the Lord rebukes you. I bet you better not turn my camera off no more. But I remember in the 6th grade when they decided to show us the movie Roots. I watched that movie and I sat there in that classroom for days because we watched it over, I believe, a couple of weeks. Just livid, angry, really, really, really angry. And by the time our history teacher finished showing us that movie, I started a whole riot at our school. Not something that I'm proud of, but I did. I was like, look, that movie enraged me to the point of no return. And so I'm saying all this because I'm getting ready to share with y'all some information. And I'm explaining to you why my heart is heavy. It will all make sense in a minute. Nevertheless, growing up, I was always a defender. I was always, you couldn't get bullied on my watch. That was a no-no. You couldn't talk about people on my watch. That was a no-no. You couldn't put people down. I've always been that way since I was a child, but now it makes more sense because for the last 3 years now, everything that I was passionate about growing up, not to say that it was dead over the years, but it just like came full fledged, prophecies and things of that sort would go out over my life. Satan, the Lord rebukes you. I don't care what you're doing on tonight. We going forth, devil. Take that. I'm the woman for the job in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. But for the last 3 years, shall I say, it's been more like a pursuit. Like I really don't know how to explain it. That's why I'm speechless. Because I just know that I'm so very passionate to see the injustices that have been being done for hundreds and hundreds of years to people that look like me. It just has to stop. It just has to stop. And I'm a great person that studies a lot, and I see things and I want to go and examine like what happened, how did we get here, why are we still here, how can we get out, so I'm a great person that's we're just gonna keep turning this camera around. Devil, I got time today. The Bible says resist you and you will flee. So if I got to do it 1,000 times today, I will. Period. I'm the woman for the job. So keep it right on up, Satan. Keep it right on up. I'm the woman that's for you. Period. And that's why you can't stand me. And the feeling is absolutely mutual. I'm like the mafia. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back. So keep turning this camera off if you want to. FBI, DOJ, whoever y'all is, whatever y'all doing with these electronics, keep on. I'm going to keep on taking authority over you. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's what I am going to do. Period. So keep playing with this here phone right here. So no reason why my phone should be shut it off. The camera's going off. My hands are in my lap. There would be no other explanation of why my camera keeps shutting off on Instagram. Unless the devil was real mad. And I'm sure that he is, because he thought he was going to kill me a couple of weeks ago. Thought he was going to silence me. And even though I have been quiet, I have not been silenced. That's for sure. I've just been in recovery. Any soldier on the battlefield, when a wound has incurred or there's some type of injury, you got to go to the infirmary and rest and recuperate. So I've just been taking my rest. But I'm still in this thing. Devil, you hear me loud and clear. I declare that in the heavenlies. I declare that in the earth. And I declare that into the very pits of hell. I'm still standing by the grace of God. And I ain't going nowhere. Coming back stronger, better, wiser, and much better. You bet not touch my camera no more. I take authority over every power over the airway in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And I declare and decree that whatsoever things I bind here is bound in the heavenlies. Yeah, stay there. So I've always had this, burden. That's what I'll say. It's a burden. And it's a burden from the Lord to fight for his people, to be a defender for his people. It's just been more prevalent, for the last 3 years. And that causes me to blow the alarm, to not be like, it comes with a lot of painful sacrifices when you stand for truth. And just because you don't see what I'm fighting don't mean that I'm fighting. I may not be fighting a human being, trying to keep us in captivity. No, these are demons. These are spirits that have sought to keep our people in bondage for years. For years. And today my heart was heavy. Yep, Satan, the Lord rebukes you. I'm going to keep on saying it, you wicked spirit. Today, because like I said, I've been studying. And I've just been looking at, and I'm probably going to cry. I already feel it. So I'm going to let it be known. I am the weeping one, okay? It is what it is. But I saw the disadvantages of in everything, literally. Of everything, literally. When I say the disadvantages, and I want my other nations to understand what I'm about to say, because at the end of the day, no, you didn't put us in captivity. No, you didn't put us in oppression. And no, you didn't put us in bondage. But your ancestors did. And every other nation, every other tribe has been treated to some extent with dignity and honor, with retribution and all of this stuff, Their children's children have had inheritances and ours haven't. And so I was really and have been really heavy here lately, just seeing how the medical treatment is racist. How for us on Medi-Cal, we can't get anything but chaos care. You understand? Which means you can get your teeth pulled out. And that's why the majority of minorities' teeth are missing. Because we don't get preventative care. We get chaotic care after the fact. And how I know, I was on Medi-Cal for a cool minute. So I know if I had a toothache or something, they would not pay for anything but an extraction. That's it. Live video ended. No, we just gonna come right back. Now y'all see that? I ain't even touched nothing. I haven't touched anything. Let me see if y'all can see it. Live video ended. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That my live video has ended for what? Let me come right back because I'm not playing. Period. Yeah, we are not playing. And as I began to study about how the Medi-Cal system was set up to be racist and discriminating, how we won't even get the same treatments for prostate cancer as a different counterpart, how we won't even get the same treatment for breast cancer as a different race, how it is our children when we go in to have children that die more than any other race, how we don't get the same access to financial um, opportunities as other races, as we don't get the same type of equality when it comes to eating, right foods and better foods, that we don't get those same kind of opportunities as other races. And I'm like, it was set up to imprison and harm and utterly destroy us. And the sad part about it is we allowing it. We don't get the same work advantages, same medical treatment. We don't get the same uh, financial treatment. We don't get the same housing treatment opportunities. And so, and I want y'all to do y'all research on this because I have. Because I have. And what's heartbreaking is when you have, some of those other nations that be like, y'all need to move on forward. We never can move on forward. We can move through it, but move on forward. We have not been given an apology. We have not been given equality. The devils are still after us as we speak. The plan is still to annihilate us as we speak. So looking back throughout all of this, how they tested things on us and didn't give us the proper medical or the health care to treat us after they tested things on us, and then give us access to medical or health care that they've created, that will annihilate us and destroy us even more so, by not allowing us to get, you can't get nothing but your teeth pulled out and get you some dentures. But the preventative stuff you cannot get. You have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks to be approved for a root canal to save your teeth. Give them Pitocin so that we can put something in them while they're having children, or either a cesarean section. So I've been very heavy because I said throughout all of this that we see, we see, we see, we've seen, we've heard, and we still see. We see right now that if we walk into an elevator with a different nation, you might not make it out of that elevator alive, or you might make it out with handcuffs. We see people standing in front of their houses. We see how they get gunned down as if they are animals. I was doing my research and my studies to see or to hear when, when they had plantations, that our people were treated by veterinarians and not by physicians. Veterinarians treat animals. Veterinarians treat animals. Did you hear what I said? We were treated by veterinarians. We were not even included in the Constitution. I mean, if you really sit down and you research the atrocities. I don't know if y'all know about or are aware of Devil's Island. All the minorities they left down there to die. Brought them there and left them there to die. All of those under the World Trade Center, like all of the men's minority men's penises who was shipped over here. They found the men's penises, those who had been castrated. I mean, all of this stuff. You would think that that was enough, but it's not. So I want to show y'all something. What was so disheartening to me is that we know we don't get fair treatment in the hospitals. Why we ain't got one? Why we ain't got our own? The why not is more redundant and silent than the why is it happening to us, because I clearly can see why, because we allowing it. But the bigger why is, why are we allowing it? Why doesn't this bother us? Why haven't we really did something? Why do we go along with this? Why is this okay? Why is it okay for our children to be murdered and slaughtered? Not just by them, but by us. Why is it okay for our ladies to go missing, to be out here being killed and murdered? Domestic violence. Why? Why do our people have to actually sign up and ask for handouts? Why can our people have enough for them and somebody else? Why can't we take care of us? Because clearly they don't care. They never have and they never will. Ain't nothing gonna change that, including any type of civil anything, any type of disputes, any type of rebuttal. That ain't gonna change. I told y'all years ago when all of this foolishness started popping up. I said this stuff is going to be intended for the people, and I still been saying it. I've been saying it for 2 years straight, going on 3. Said it. These loss of jobs is going to affect everybody. So don't get me wrong saying, oh, well, you're only saying that blacks are affected. No, I'm not. That's what you're saying. So don't misconstrue my words. I said they are the greatest. They have been impacted the greatest. You ride up and down any busy big city, you're going to see a whole bunch of homeless minorities. I said it then, I'm saying it now. Who did that Divock really affect the greatest? Minorities. They said it. They said it in the newspaper. They said it in articles. They said it in their speeches. You steady have our young men and young women being lynched, and the police just writing it off. I mean, I don't know if y'all know about the 15-year-old boy who was just shot dead in a well-known white supremacist basement after attending a party. I mean, we keep on allowing it to happen. But see, now we're here at this point. I want to see first. You just say me. How many of you guys have saw the latest article about um, the IRS? That's right. How many of you guys seen the article about the IRS and what the IRS is doing or getting ready to do? I know there's a lot of people that don't like Donald Trump, right? And that's cool. I'm not here to tell you to like Donald Trump or not like Donald Trump. What I'm here to say is that I don't know Donald Trump. Okay. Donald Trump ain't put no money in my pocket. So I'm not going to go to bats with anybody about no Donald Trump. But I know there's a lot of us minorities that don't like Donald Trump. But what I want y'all to understand is when they were saying that if they banned the 45th president while he was still president from being on social media, and some people may say, well, he needed to be banned because he's such a racist. Such a racist that most black men back in the days and black women rapped about Donald Trump and Donald Trump money. So racist that he took lots of photos in lots of places. They celebrated and all these parties they had. So racist, right? Nevertheless, that was the narrative that this man is the most racist, yada yada. He exonerated the most black people from prison. He exonerated and bailed us out financially, gave us equality. He did. He did. I got to give I don't judge a man by his words because a man's words are really baseless and useless. And we were never instructed to judge a man by his words. We were instructed to judge a man by his fruits. And so his fruits spoke a different than what people was, portraying out. So that's how I know him by the spirit. I know by the spirit what kind of spirit he operating with. Just like I knew what kind of spirit Mr. Biden was operating with before they even elected him. Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, without me knowing them, because none of us know them, but discernment is key in this hour. And the fruits, not the words, not what they promised, the white lies and what they're going to do, but the fruits. I didn't see you lock up many black and black men and women and give them the book, Miss Kamala Harris, which is a clear indicator. Prison never rehabilitates anybody. So sending somebody to prison for some weed is just absolutely bananas. So you marked out. Then I'm a woman who has been a victim of molestation and rape, which means that I can spot a pedophile 50,000 miles away. Okay. So I was able to spot that type of behavior and grooming them little kids and brushing on their hair. That, I almost said a cuss word. Father, thank you for being a doorkeeper. Let me just tell y'all something, okay? I'm not one of them religious nuts. Abba wasn't looking for religious nuts. He said, have spiritual fruit, okay? Be spiritual and bear fruit. So that is what I am, which means that I am a human being. I don't pretend or portray to be perfect. I love God with all my whole heart, my mind, my soul, and my strength. He is my number one. He comes first before anybody in my life. But that don't mean that I don't practice sin, okay? There's a difference. And the Bible says that any man who says he doesn't have error is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But when you become born again, you no longer practice iniquity and sin. Now, I don't practice iniquity and sin, but I will let y'all know that some things are so painful to me that some cuss words might come out sometime, okay? Y'all pray for me with y'all religious selves. If that offends you, because I didn't have people say, you're not supposed to be cussing. Go ahead and get on away from me, because he's still perfecting me, and I'm allowing him to do what he needs to do in his timing and not yours. And if you don't like me, bye. You don't like what I got to say? Toodles. That's just where I'm at. But sometimes I will. I'm not saying this to make no excuse. I told people from the get-go, if you ever see me on World Star for busting somebody's head to the white meat, I told y'all first, so that you don't put me way up here and then, I come crashing down. No, I'm a regular smuggler just like y'all, okay? Sometimes I may do publicly what you do in private. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. Pray for me, cover me. That's all I'm saying. But that type of stuff makes me really furious to see this man touching on children's hair and in their ear and grooming these children. So I was able to discern that wickedness a long time ago. And some things don't even need deep discernment. Some things you can look into the eyes of a person's soul. Mr. Barack Obama, and I could tell that he was evil as hell just by looking in his eyes. Okay? So discernment for my safety, for my spiritual well-being, not anybody else's. For mine, my discernment was on fleek. Nevertheless, when they shut that man down on social media, a lot of people was cheering it on. Yeah, shut him down. Get him out of here. He's a racist. You feel what I'm saying? Without knowing that if they did that to the president, who are you? People wasn't paying attention to your liberty. What liberties? Your liberty with the freedom of speech. The right to say whatever you want to. As long as it's not threatening. As long as you're not making a terrorist threat. None of that. You have a freedom of speech. So what they were showing us is that freedom really ain't free no more. And then we saw the raid, and I know a lot of people say, look, well, that's what he did. I beg to defer that what you see happening to a man of that type of valor and honor, who are you? Who are you? If they can do it to him, then who are you? Because now I want to show y'all something, okay? I done said all of that to lead y'all right up here. And like I said, whatever I'm sharing does affect all individuals. However, there's a group of people that will suffer the greatest. Okay? I want to show y'all some stuff. I'm not going to be here long. I just want to show y'all this right here. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, let me go back down here. Okay. So I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this first. Pertaining to the media. And hopefully it'll let y'all see it. Pertaining to the media, I'm just going to play this one first because this is the one that I want to play. Let me close this real quick. Want y'all to see how they work. Let me turn this around. Let me make sure that it is streaming. No, it's not. See. All right, here we go. Want y'all to see how the media does this mockingbird thing.
Sources tell ABC News there's been a strong reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums.
Sources say there's been a strong reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums.
Sources also telling ABC News there's been a strong reaction from some extreme groups online, including QAnon and other groups.
There's been a strong reaction to the raid on extremist and QAnon-related forums,
including those that were active before January 6th.
Including those that were active prior to January 6th. Including those that were active prior to January 6th.
Involved in the January 6th insurrection.
Including those that were active prior to the January 6th riot.
Some have been calling for violence and even a civil war.
Some of them include calls for violence and even a civil war.
Some of them include calls for violence in online forums
and even civil war.
This was the top comment on the search on the pro-Trump site, The Donald, last night. Quote, lock and load with references to a civil war.
Talking very violently about civil war. Searches for civil war spikes. They're talking about civil war. Civil war. Civil war.
Civil war.
Civil war. Civil war. This is the kind of violence that led to the January 6th attack.
So y'all see how that brainwashing and manipulation really happens? Because that's what they did. You understand, when they were pushing the narrative about Donald Trump, that's exactly what they did. He's a racist. 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 I mean, that's a mask on, 6 feet. I mean, this is what they do. And they just keep promoting and pumping and pumping and pumping the same information until psychologically it's embedded. Oh, you'll start repeating and start having feelings about what you have heard over and over and rehearsed it, right? Now, this is the slick goal of that wicked regime. If we can get y'all focused on that, then you'll never pay attention to what we're doing. So this is the stuff that they put out for us to, civil war. Trump supporters are calling for civil war. Let me tell y'all something right now. They already 2 steps ahead of the game. They know they want them to respond that way. So now that they can say, look, this is what happened. They're not as dumb as the devil thinks they are. No, they're not. Even myself can see right through that. They want somebody to get turned up and make it look like it's going to be another. I mean, all of this really, truthfully, without any outside influence, is about power and greed and control. Ever since these people have been in position, they have taken this country to the pits of hell with gasoline draws on it to distract us from the real enemy. The real enemy. Now, let me share my screen real quick because I told you I wasn't going to be here long. So let me go down. I want y'all to see this because y'all know them dirty Simpsons, them demonic Simpsons. You know, they tell the truth. You know, as they say, they are able to predict everything. I bet because they created it, you know. But Let me make sure that it is streaming over here. Y'all can see it. Oh yeah, you can. Cool. Let me get back to Facebook. Where am I at? Hold on. Here we go. All right. Pay attention. Listen at what they're going to say.
Why is that jet flying so close to our house? At last, those planes are flying where they belong.
Listen.
Right. Over the homes of poor people.
Oh, it's you, Stan.
I'm going to rewind that again. Y'all see what it say right there, CIA weather control. But I'm going to just rewind what they said again, okay? So y'all don't think I'm crazy all by myself, because I've been saying this for a long time. But let's let Bart say.
Why is that jet flying so close to our house? At last, those planes are flying where they belong.
That's right. Over the homes of poor people.
Oh, it's you, Stan. What kind of favor?
I have used my CIA powers to make that superstorm.
You made this storm? Lives were destroyed.
Now kiss, you two lovebirds, and put some mustard on it.
Aren't you straight? Yes, but I'm terrified of these people. They can control the weather.
You know, Hurricane Katrina, Houston, Hurricane Harvey, you know, listen to what little Bart Simpson say. Finally, the planes are right over where they belong.
Why is that jet flying so close to our house? At last, those planes are flying where they belong.
Where they belong.
Right. Over the homes of poor people.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Finally, the planes are flying where they belong. That's right, over the homes of poor people. Now, let me show y'all something. We was riding from Houston the other day. Check this out. It was hot as I don't know what. It was 105, 106, and then out of the blue, this, I kept telling my husband, this is demonic. What is this? Where did it come from? Check it. Not natural. Not natural whatsoever. That is not a natural storm. You can tell by the weather, by the clouds. See, as you can see, we were driving through it. Then it just got right on top of us. You can clearly see that the sun was out because we had light, right? The camera, the video is light. But this particular storm was over a very impoverished area in Houston, downtown, with homeless people and low income people. Believe it or not, they go build nice, tall, fancy skyscrapers right around the hood. So you always have the poor reminded of what the rich really looks like. It's crazy. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep on moving. Keep on moving. I don't know if y'all up on this, but I'm going to share it anyway. Let me make sure y'all are able to see it. Yep. I want y'all to go do some research on this yourself, okay? I'm just showing it to you. CSRQ-SM. It's the new social crediting scoring system. Now, I want y'all to go look up some stuff about this. As you can see, Benjamin, he has his biometric number. Those that are rich, you see the rest of his is cut off. Account type, he's sovereign. Account limits, none. Assets limits, none. Blank status, exempt. But if you get over here to these ones, their balance is a monthly balance, which is $1,000. It will tell what account type that they have. The wealthy get sovereign. The poor, middle class, whatever you want to call it, does not. You got an account limit. As long as you're in good standing, you can use this account. Carbon score. This person has it exempt. This person does not. I want y'all to go look up what this is. And as you can see, whose name do you see there? Gavin Newsom. He's sovereign. Dennis Mark Prager, and Benjamin Shapiro. Yeah, they're all sovereign. There's no limit on how much money they can get. There's no limitations at all. But if you're poor, okay. I just thought I wanted to show y'all that. But y'all go look it up. It's out there for you to go look up. It is available for you to go look up. I thought I would share that. This is what I wanted to show y'all. If y'all haven't heard about the IRS job listing, special agents must carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force. Now, let's have a conversation. When has the IRS hired for people, special agents, not just any type of help us get out of this, backlog of documentation help, or help us oversee, new tax documents that we will process moving forward. IRS job listing, special agents must carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force. Now, can anybody on here tell me why would the IRS need to hire 800,000 IRS agents that will be able to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force? Who are they going to kill? I'm not talking about the FBI and the DOJ, y'all. And why did the IRS why did they just pass a bill today that would give the IRS $8 billion after they already have about $8 million worth of ammunition and firearms? Let me go up here. A job listing for the position of IRS Criminal Investigation Special Agent stresses that applicants must carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force in order to carry out their duties. Now, let's keep rolling. Let me see. Let me go back this way. Let me blow it up so we can read it together. The job listing says, as a special agent, you will combine your accounting skills with law enforcement skills to investigate financial crimes. To investigate financial crimes, yo. Special agents are duly sworn law enforcement officers who are trained to follow the money. No matter what the source, all income earned, both legal and illegal, has the potential of becoming involved in crimes which fall within the investigative jurisdiction of the IRS criminal investigation. Because of their expertise required to conduct these complex financial investigations, IRS special agents are considered the premier financial investigator for the federal government. It goes on to describe special agent major duties, which include carrying a firearm and being willing to use deadly force if necessary. Applicants for the special agent position must also be willing and able to participate in arrest, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. Listen, this is the IRS. The Internal Revenue Service. This is Uncle Sam talking about they are getting ready to go after people that they are investigating for financial crimes. It gets better. Breitbart News reported on June 19 that Representative Matt Gaetz' concerns over the IRS purchase of approximately $700,000 of ammunition between March and June 1st of this year. Gaetz said there is concern that this is a part of a broader effort to have any entity in the federal government buy up ammo to reduce the amount of ammunition that is in supply, while at the same time making it harder to produce ammo. But we're not done. Yeah, go ahead and put your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to get on back to the comments in a minute. Now, the internet went stupid doodle crazy. You want to know why? Because everybody started freaking out. IRS delete job posting seeking applicants willing to use deadly force. After that thing went viral, the IRS deleted a job posting Wednesday seeking a special agent willing to use deadly force for its law enforcement division criminal investigation. So they go back and they take the job posting down, but not the job. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Y'all stay with me. Billions to the IRS to beef up enforcement and hiring. The prospect of a revitalized IRS is causing some consternation among some Republican lawmakers and taxpayers who express fears that the proposed funding could be used to target workers and middle-class families. Indeed, Republicans on Tuesday warned taxpayers. No, use a whole lot. Hold on. Hold on. We're going right on back to that. Okay, so here we go. It says to be used to target workers and middle-class families. Indeed, Republicans on Tuesday warned taxpayers that the agency wants to hire 87,000. Why? Like, no, I'm getting ready to read it. They want to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to audit Walmart shoppers. Are y'all listening to me? See, we don't know what they're arguing about in Congress. We know when they passing bills. We think this junk is out here, kids and games. But look at who the hell is going to affect. They want to audit Walmart shoppers, not Walmart workers, that make any. If they want to audit Walmart shoppers. That's number one. Those who make more than $100,000, your IRS audit just doubled. And the IRS audits the poor at 5 times the rate of everyone else, the analysis finds. While the estimate of 87,000 new employees isn't entirely accurate, the Inflation Reduction Act would inject some urgently needed funds at the tax. I have the article. Let me blow this up real big so y'all see this. IRS audits the poor at 5 times the rate of everyone else. Who is everyone else? They want to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to audit Walmart shoppers. Now you tell me who that is. Is that the rich? You tell me why they put, if you made over $600, that the IRS, you had to get a document from the IRS. Huh? You tell me that. Tell me why your funding had to be tracked. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, anything over $600 transaction. Now y'all tell me what's really going on. Y'all talk back to me tonight. 87,000 IRS special agents with guns that could kill you if necessary. Make arrests, execute search warrants on Walmart shoppers. And we still think we got time to play. Is you serious? Is y'all serious? I've been saying this for a long time. They coming. They coming for you. They coming for you. They coming for you. I've been saying it for a long time. They coming for you. God's been saying it for a long time. I need my children to do this because I know they coming for you. You see how the rich get sovereignty and they don't get no limitations on their bank account? But the poor, if you don't pay your driving tickets, if you post anything on social media against the narrative, you get your money and your assets frozen. You only get $1,000 a month. So if you misbehave in that month, then you don't get anything. If you don't bow down to Nebuchadnezzar, then you don't get anything. This is the 3rd quarter that the decline has done like this. And people really don't understand what's happening. That they are purposely and intentionally bankrupting this country so that they can implement the New World Order. It's on the back of your dollar bills. Who got a dollar bill right now? Anybody got any type of physical cash? I just want you to go look on it so you know. Ordo, Secloro, New World Order is on the back of your money. And this is the New World Order. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see Ordos Secloro. Okay? I want y'all to see real quick. Hold on. Ordo Secloro. It's on the dollar bills. The money that they got people out here going bananas for. They're not hiding anything. See, the thing about it is they cannot attack us without telling us. It's against sovereign law. So they got to tell you in movies and money and New Ordo Secloro. Let me go to Google. Hold on. Google. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Y'all see my screen, right? Y'all do see my screen, correct? Okay, you can see it. Okay, cool. Make sure I get back over to my page. Where we at? Okay, cool. As long as y'all can see it. Cool. Where is this thing at? Hold on, y'all. I didn't open up a tab and got a million tabs up here open. Somewhere up there, trust me. I'm gonna have to stop sharing it so I can go back and find it again. Shaking my head. I got way too many tabs open up here tonight. Is this the one that I used? I did. So why did it bring me back to this calculator? All right. Boom. Here we go. Okay. That right there, I dare y'all to go look up what that means. Annuit coeptis. Let me go look up what that means. Just so y'all can see it with me. Is one of two modals on the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States. The literal translation is he favors or has favored. Who is he? Ah, who is he? You got to ask, who is he? Who is he favors or he favored? Who is he? Huh? Because that's what they say it means. They say it means he who favors or he favored, right? That's what it say. He favors or has favored. He, meaning God, has approved our undertakings. Okay? We know that's a dang, we know, thank you, Father. We know that's a dang on lie. Thank you, Father. Whose eye is that on the dollar bill? The Eye of Providence, or the all-seeing eye of God. It is a symbol that depicts an eye, often enclosed in a triangle or surrounded by rays of light or glory, meant to represent divine providence, whereby the eye of God watches over humanity. That's a whole dang on lie. Okay? You going on down and you do your stuff. You do your research. Don't take everything at a grain of salt, and you will understand whose eye is this, which is the same eye that those celebrity and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you'll understand why they put that over their eye. You'll understand this is not it right here. This is ridiculous. You'll understand who is who and what is what. Okay. And why that eye is always watching people. Yeah, that eye, the eye of Horus. Okay. You'll understand. Just go do your research. I can't do your research for you tonight. But let me go back here. And let me type in. Let me see what it says so I can get it. Novus Ordo. Okay. That's what it says. Norvus. So we go here. So a new order of the ages is born. A new order. Ordo means order. Seclorum means ages, generations, or century. New or novus mean new. So it means a new order, a new world order. So you go look it up for yourself. Go see what this means and why it's on the back of our dollar bill. Okay. Just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Make sure you go do your celebrities. Y'all just make sure y'all go look up, a lot of this stuff. Third Eye. Okay. So you can see here, it's all tied into that one eye. You see that? They wear it here. I've cleaned up for people like this, so I know exactly what this means. Katy Perry over here, how they throw up their stuff and yep, all of this foolishness, right? It's on the dollar bill as well. It's the same eye there. It's the same eye there. Now, everything that they have prepared to do has been told to us, been spoken to us, as we can see. Simpsons, movies, Contagion, Netflix movies, series, Jericho, all these different movies. That is their way of letting us know, because they cannot attack us unaware. So they letting us know blatantly, we are hiring these officers to not go after the rich. Now, didn't they say they was going to put taxes on the rich and not the poor? Did anybody else hear that? So they was going to increase taxes against the wealthy because that is what's causing the inflation. They're trying to say that we causing the inflation. The middle class and the poor people is causing the inflation. But inflation don't happen by consumers. Inflation only happens by the White House, by those in the White House producing too much money and spending it on nothing, such as sending all that aid and stuff to Ukraine and Afghanistan and all of that stuff. Printing billions and trillions of dollars to send it to foreign countries when it could be used here. Inflation. So now they're saying that they want to. Yep. Now they're saying that they blame. And I haven't even shared that and probably will not share because I'm going to jump off here so that the kids can go to bed tonight on time. But England has declared a drought. Y'all think them showing us that, these rivers and stuff are drying up. And these springs are drying up. It is to implement global warming, saying that the sun is so hot, and it is. If they leave nature alone and quit spraying chemicals in the path of the sun, mercury and stuff that would make the sun set this bad boy on fire. That's what they're doing. And that is written in the word, that 1/3 of the earth will be scorched by the sun. So it's all written. None of this has taken God by surprise, if you believe. All of this is written. And we're wondering, when he coming back? And how you going to help us? He's telling you right now what you need to be doing. It's trusting in me, being led by me so that I can protect you. I can only protect what belongs to me. If I don't see no blood over your doorpost, you don't belong to me. If you didn't follow my instructions that I gave you, see, if you did them halfway, you don't belong to me. He told him, I need you to slaughter a lamb this way, and I need you to gut it out that way. And I don't need you to eat a certain piece that way. And I don't need any of it left over to the next day. I need you to give some to your neighbor. And then I need you to take the blood and I need you to put it like this and like this. Specific instructions. Just think, had anybody not followed those specific instructions? Because you got people out here playing crazy, talking about God's going to come get us. And he is. But it might not be now. See, that's why I say in Matthew 24, he actually goes over a list. He said, when do we know when these things, and I'm paraphrasing just to get me up to the part that I need to speak on tonight. When will be the signs of your coming? First thing, let no man deceive you, for there will be many that go out into the earth, deceptive, and they will deceive you. Don't do that. And then you will hear of wars and rumors of wars, and nations will go to war against nations. Right? And the love of many will wax gross, all of that other stuff that it says. I might be misquoting another scripture with that one, but in that order. And then he said, but don't worry. This is not the end of the world, but the end of the ages. That world. How we used to know it. Hey, happy birthday. Here go $5. Let me put some money in an envelope, send it over to you. Hey, how you doing? Let's get together, hug it up, dap it up. Let's get to, the old order. He said, but this is not the end. This is just the beginning of birth and pains. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. This is not the end. It's just the beginning. That is what his words say. It's the beginning. Can you endure? Because we just in the beginning, family. It is not the end of the world. After he goes on to say that, he says, and then, he talked about the earthquakes in diverse places. Men will be hated, imprisoned, beaten, and murdered. Let's read that, okay? Let me read that real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me read that and give y'all. Let me give y'all the juice real quick. Let me tell y'all what it says. And all of our getting, let us get an understanding, because we just in the beginning. This is not the end. I know y'all thinking the Lord coming back soon, but he not. He not. For the simple fact that things that has been spoken has not yet been fulfilled and has not yet come to pass. And not one jot or not one tittle. Not one jot or tittle, meaning one period or comma, will pass away from that word without that word coming to pass. Now let's check it out, okay? Okay, 24, Matthew 24, here we are. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him. And I know there's a lot of people say, well, I don't believe in Jesus. The devils do. Why y'all think he the number one hated deity? They mock him in music. They mock him in everything. Why do you? Well, it ain't Allah. No disrespect to nobody. It ain't Buddha. They didn't care less about. They let y'all have y'all peace and y'all. They don't care about that. But see, I evaluate things from a deeper, not a shallow perspective. Why do everybody hate him? Why? Why did everybody hate him? They say he ain't real, but they talking about they making a Noah's Ark. Even the atheists that don't believe say that they making a digital Noah's Ark to hide the wealthy people from God. Now, make this make sense. You can preach in every other religion, but you can't preach in the name of Jesus. Why? Because they say that's hate speech. That's hate mail. You condemning people. You understand what I'm saying? So let me get on back to here. That's just a little sidebar. Matthew 24. And I'm going to go. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him, saying, see not all these things? Let me read it in a different version, okay? I want this to make sense to a 2-year-old. Hold on one second. King James is great. It's but there's other when I'm ministering to those who don't read their Bible because they don't understand the thous and the these, and I usually read from the Amplified or something like that. CEV. CEV talks on kind of talks how we talk. Okay, and I'm finna read from the CEV so you understand. So this is the CEV version. After Jesus left the temple, his disciples came over and said, look at all these buildings, Master. And Jesus replied, yeah. Do you see these buildings? He said, they will certainly be torn down, but not one stone will be left in its place. Later, as Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, his disciples came in private and asked him, dang, you said, I'm paraphrasing, emphasis. You said back over there that all of these buildings will be torn down. There won't be no stones left in place. What does that mean? When will this happen? What will be the sign of your coming and the end of the world? And Jesus said, number one, don't be fooled and don't let anyone fool you. Many will come and claim to be me. They will say that they are messiahs and they will fool many people. Now he's telling you, they will not only claim to be me, they will get away with fooling many people. He said the first thing to watch out for. So the disciples said, when will this happen? When will you be coming? And when will the end of the world come upon us? First thing he said is don't let anybody fool you and don't be fooled. Many will come and claim to be me. They will say that they are messiahs and they will fool many. Now listen, you will soon hear about wars and threats of wars, but don't be afraid. These things have to happen first, but that isn't the end. So these things happen first. The deception, right? And the wars and the threats of wars happen first. But that isn't the end. And then he goes on to say, and nations and kingdoms will go to war against each other. People will starve to death. And in some places, there will be earthquakes. But this is just the beginning of troubles. He reiterates what he said. This is just the beginning. This is not the end. So now after the wars and the deception, now you got another level because now it goes from the wars and the deception to nations actually going to war. It's no more rumors of war. They're actually in war now. And then people are starving to death. Sounds like famine, hunger. And in some places, earthquakes are busting out. But this is just the beginning of troubles. And then he goes on to say, and then you will be arrested, punished, and even killed because of my name's sake. You will be hated by all nations. Many will give up at this point and they will betray and start hating each other. There will also be many false prophets that will come and fool a lot of people. They're going to get away with it. Evil will spread and cause many people to stop loving each other. But if you keep being faithful right to the end, you will be saved. When the good news about the kingdom has been preached all over the world and told to all nations, that is when the end will come. Okay? It is not now. It is not now. It is not now. He actually goes on to tell us Hold on. Let me give y'all this one, and then I'm going. Because this is what he told us to do. All right. I want y'all to just see this real quick. Hi, son. Turn that down a little bit, okay? Because I don't want no distractions, buddy. So this comes from Luke 21:36. But keep on the alert at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are about to take place and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay? Pray that you may be able to escape all that is coming upon the face of the earth, is what it says. Okay? Pray that you may be able to escape. That's in Luke 21:36. He says, but be vigilant, stay awake, be sleepless, be wakeful, not woke, awake at all times, every time, every time, season. Be wake, praying, to want, to entreat, that you may have strength to overpower, to escape, to flee away, to hide yourself. This is the word I'm looking for. To escape all of these things that are coming up on the face of the earth. What are all of these things? All of the things we just read about. Okay? To flee out, to escape, to flee. Not to be taken up in no whirlwind and go and join the horses and the chariots. That's not what that word means. It means to flee out. Do you see that? To run away, literally or figuratively, by implication, to shun, by analogy, to vanish, escape, flee away. Pray that you may be able to escape, that you may be able to flee, that you may be able to run away, literally, that it may not harm you, that it may not touch you. Pray that you may be able to escape all that is coming upon the face of the earth. That is what we're supposed to be doing. Praying and preparing. We cannot save our lives. It's not ours. But he can preserve us, as he did the children in the wilderness, in Egypt. There's nothing new under the sun. So what they doing over here in the higher echelon of evil, it ain't nothing new. Y'all know we had evil, wicked kings, and the Lord delivered them from them all. Saul was evil and wicked, okay? Haman was evil and wicked. Pharaoh was evil and wicked. God delivered them from them all, like he always do. But you know what? They had to do things because it's a relationship. Meaning that I'm God and you my child. And we got to work in sync. I need you to follow what I say. I'm not following what you say. You need to follow what I say. You need to adhere. You need to hearken. You need to be in the vein of what I'm saying, so that you may be able to be missed by the plagues. Ain't that something, that death was happening all around the Israelites, but it didn't touch them? Imagine living in your house and everything around you dropping dead, but you. Had they not took them proper instructions and cut up that lamb the way it was supposed to be and applied that blood the way it was supposed to be, then they could have been dead too, because everything had to die. except wherever God saw himself. So he said, wherever I see me, I won't touch, because I know you belong to me. It wasn't about no animal's blood. It was deeper than that. Wherever I can see myself, I'll bypass. And not even a dog will bark at your house. That's what he told him. Not even a dog will bark at your house. But wherever the blood ain't at, everything's dying. Everything's dying. And I know a whole bunch of people might don't want to hear that, might don't even believe that. And that's okay. Everybody don't belong to Abba Father. They don't. And I respect that. He said, my sheep know my voice. So I'm here for his sheep. That's it. Still love you. We can still, speak to each other. Don't matter. If you choose to believe in the moon, that's your choice and your prerogative. If you choose to believe in everything else, that's your choice and your prerogative. But I'm going to choose over here to believe in Yeshua. Proven fact out of everybody else. You understand me? We got history, personal history, as well as I didn't see his story. Right? I didn't see it. I didn't encounter it and I didn't see it. So that's my belief. At the end of the day, we're going to see. That's all I tell people, especially those who want to argue. Okay? You might don't understand it because you don't belong to him. Everybody does not belong to him. But what I will say is we're going to see. We're going to see. That's all I'm going to say. You going to see it, I'm going to see. That's just where we at. And we can still agree to disagree, but we going to see at the end of the day. I choose to go with facts and truth. And you can choose to go with whatever you deem to be factual and truthful. One thing that I do know for sure, and two things that I do know is for certain, I met him. I met him, and he sent me back with a message, and that's why I'm here. So I know not to play with him. You can't pay me to do that. Can pay me to be lying and all of that stuff. God said it's time for us, and Ben said it's time for us. If you want to preserve yourself, that is scripture. The Bible says a wise man seeth calamity coming and he hideth himself. But a foolish man will see it coming and do nothing and die. So we get a choice in everything, in every decision that we make in life. And the Father wills. His choice is not none of us perish. When I say these people are coming for you, they've been coming from the gander, okay? This spirit's so deep. It started way back when Herod said, kill all of the Hebrew children 2 years and under. This demon been after us for generations and thousands of years. Kill all the male children 2 years of age and under. Why? Because we don't know who it is, but we know that he's here. So just kill them. There is no way that you could have went and hid Caesar Borgia in Egypt, where they had skin like burnt skillets. Cush means burnt face. Couldn't do that. I'm going to jump off that topic because I ain't trying to start no fire right now. It's a teaching for another day. Nevertheless, the Father is giving us the ability, just as he's been so loving, to give all of our other ancestors and forerunners and generations before us that same favor and grace. He said, come out from amongst them. Don't be a part of the world unless you're going to suffer like the world. If you want to suffer like the world, then stay in it. You have a choice. Everything we do, we have a choice. But if you come out from amongst them and touch not the unclean thing, then I can receive you. And I can guide you and I can protect you. I am God all by myself. You don't need man to do for you what only I can do for you. You don't have to rely on man to do for you what only I can do for you. I can make water come out of a rock, real talk. I can put a baby inside of a barren womb. I can cause blinded eyes to be open. I can unstop deaf ears. I can raise bodies from the dead. I don't need, and you don't need another man to be your source and your resource. I am that, and I am that alone. And if you don't give me that position, I don't want no position. You just be on over there in the world. And if you in the world, then you can receive the plagues. You share, or you become a partaker of the world's sins, and you share in their plagues. Which means whatever's coming for them is coming for you because you attached to it. Whatever you get your power from. You understand me? You plug in a socket, you're getting power from that plug. That is what's powering you. But when you turn off the switcher, the breaker to that specific area, this room, then the lights go off. Lights can be on in every part of the house, but you go in there, you hit that breaker to shut off all power in this bedroom. All power will go down, including this light, my phone, and my laptop will still continue because it's charged up. But all the other lights is what you connected to in this hour. Who you connected to, who you choose to trust. God been telling us for a cool minute, this is the end of an age. It's the end of an order, a way of doing things. But now I want my people to use the gifts and talents that they have been taken advantage of. Doesn't it sound like Pharaoh? And Egypt, Pharaoh, Egypt, and the Israelites, the Hebrews? Doesn't it sound like that? That they enslaved these people for 400 years. But when God raised them up and sent them a deliverer by the name of Moses, he said, Moses, go tell them to let my people go so that they may serve me now. They don't need to serve you anymore. You're not their God. I want them to serve me. And I want them to see how I'm their father and how I can take care of them better than anybody. That's what he said. He said, as a matter of fact, for all of their hardship, go tell them to go to each Egyptian that put heavy labor on them, had them pushing out them kids the way they was pushing out them kids and building bricks the way they was. Go tell them to go to their neighbors and collect all of their gold, their silver, their raiment. Go tell them. Take enough for their children. Just go tell them. And when the Egyptians, when they came knocking on the door, the Egyptians were so terrified by the God that they served, they gave it to them. How y'all think they had enough gold to burn a golden calf? That's a lot of freaking gold to make a whole golden calf. And even after the golden calf, to make the pipes and the poles for the tent where the Most High would be worshipped. And they walked around the wilderness for 40 years, and they said their sandals did not wear out. And neither did they clothes. They had some bona fide stuff. See, raiment ain't like clothes. This is clothes. Raiment is that stuff that got diamonds. You know, when you go before the king, they went in, and he said, I want you to plunder the Egyptians. I want you to take it hostilely by force, everything that they have taken from you. And so God been trying to tell us, look, I want y'all to get a piece of this new wealth transference. What is the new wealth transference? They have shut down brick and mortar. They have shut down, moms and pops, everything used to go in and you do business and transact with people. They didn't shut that down, and they continuing to shut it down. The bill that they just passed today was shut down 800,000 or either 8 million. It's either 800,000 or 8 million more small businesses. So what is the new wealth transfer? Where's the money coming in from? Online. How are we connecting right now? Because we online. We on a platform. We on online. Many of you guys have never met me in person. But you couldn't tell because we have spent so much time on this online platform that it doesn't seem like you don't know me and I don't know you. Y'all my family. Half of y'all I ain't never even met. But because we didn't sit here and we have the opportunity or the ability to connect using a Wi-Fi signal to wherever you are located in the United States, wherever you are located, where I'm located, we come together. You can learn anything and everything online. How to have sex, how to have an orgasm, how to strip, how to change your tire, how to change your doorknob, how to get rid of a headache, how to make money online. I mean, you name it, it's there. Why do you think all of the businesses went bye-bye? But the retailers online went sky high because they were closing and shutting down the old order of doing things and implementing a new order. This is how we doing things. I thought the lockdowns and stuff was about something else. It wasn't. It's about transitioning and pivoting out of one system to a new. That's when you start hearing cryptocurrency and all of this stuff, all this digital stuff not backed by the centralized banking. That's why Russia then took their money out and they ain't attached to nothing. It's backed by gold and silver. Why are they going back to the currency of the kingdom? Because the currency of the kingdom always been silver and gold, not dollar bills or crypto or FTX or whatever you call this other stuff. It's always been gold and silver, always. So now why are they going back to that? And why do they have it and you don't? Why are you not getting a piece of this wealth transfer? Because they're going after people who's making more than 100,000. But today they said, you know what? We're not going to go after you if you're making 100,000. We'll go after you if you're making 400,000. Say, okay, cool. Well, did you know that there was a way to make $400,000 and have no taxes on it? It's called, y'all see that right there? It's called real estate. You take your money and play Monopoly with it. I made 400,000. I'm gonna go buy me an apartment complex. I got 100 doors. Got 100 people living in the apartment complex. Rent 1,600, 1,500, whatever. Times 100 people in the apartment complex. Now I'm making millions of dollars a month. Pay the bank back and go buy another property. Do that same thing. Let them season and sit for 5 years. Get all the juice out of them and turn around and sell them for millions of dollars. See, the goal is to own nothing but control everything. Closh, swap, own nothing. We don't own nothing. We just control it. We don't own the real estate. We're purchasing it for now, but in 5 years, we're just going to pass it off to somebody. We paid 500,000 for it. Somebody's going to give us 5 million for it when we get done with it. And you have no taxes. Why do you think they can't get Donald Trump? Why do you think he owns all this property? Just because he wants to be some rich jerk and own a lot of property? No. No. Why do you think they can't get that man? That's why they mad. He was way too smart for him. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here, y'all. I am really, really, really in my rest and recovery process, but I said I had to come out here and share this information with y'all. I had to. Because the intended target is you. And as much as these people prick my nerves and all of that stuff, I can't sit by and allow these people to just, I can't allow them to do that to you. Knowingly. Ain't nobody told you today that they love you. I love you enough. I don't care if you get tired of hearing from me. I love you enough. You know why I love you enough? Because my Father loves you more. He wills that none of us perish. You have to do something. God is giving you stuff that you can do. You have to do something that will preserve yourself until the Lord calls you home. I'm just a messenger. At the end of the day, the Bible does speak that many will wax gross. Many will fall by the wayside. Many won't make it. But ridiculous. They don't pay taxes from that. No. Good night. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Sister Rocasso. Love you much. Have a blessed evening as well. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get ready to jump off here so that the twins can get ready to go to bed. I wanted to share that with y'all. I know that it is Friday and y'all probably want y'all weekend to rest. Please take the time to rest. Please take the time to make sure that you invest in yourself, whether that be education, that you invest in you, something other than what you're doing. Make sure that you're mapping out a plan C, D, E, all the way through Z. Okay? Not just plan A and plan B. It's not enough. I really don't have anything to offer y'all but this. I will allow you guys, if you would like to, take an opportunity. I have a Pioneers Power Circle. I've been having it for years. That's where I first took the Pioneers who has graduated up to the Pioneers Elect. There's lots of information in there. How to create an ebook and sell it. How to create a funnel. All kinds of stuff. Business credit. You name it, it's in that group. Because that's where we first poured out our love and knowledge and everything in that group. Funding opportunities in that group. Okay. We normally charge $97 a month for that group. We're going to charge you a one-time fee of $97. Why? Because if you can get in there and get some value out of that group and start building something now, you can sell an ebook for $9.99 tomorrow. It literally takes an hour or two to create an ebook. And I don't have a whole bunch of time to tell you what an ebook is. But in that group, there's a plethora, an absolute plethora of information in there that you can actually take and utilize, from financial information, funding opportunities. You got health coaches in there. You got authorship coaches. You want to write a book. You got it. It's in there. It's in there. That is the first baby that I had, and I poured everything into that group. $97, okay? You guys want that? I'm gonna put my email up here. Then you can definitely grab it. If you didn't grab that money link, I still got the money link. That has like 40 to 50 different funding opportunities, apps that you could. It's so many different things you can do on there to get money. Right now, not tomorrow, but right now. This one on there named Tomo, they give you $10,000. It's a whole credit card, $10,000 that you can use right now. There's so many different funding opportunities available on there. It's ridiculous for money. So you don't have to be worried about how I'm going to get money, how I'm going to do this. That's $97 too. Said that I wasn't going to. You're welcome, love. Said that I wasn't going to offer it anymore, and I haven't offered it for like a week. But at the end of the day, like I said, no matter how bad folks get on my nerves, I'm persistently passionate, seriously, to make sure my people, enough is enough. Enough is really enough. And if we don't do something now, we're going to suffer. That's what devastates me. When I say we, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm good, and y'all not. I'm not talking down to nobody. Nobody. We are all equal in the eyes of the Lord. And when one hurts, all hurts. You understand? When the finger is broken, the whole hand suffers. Because now these other fingers got to put weight of this one finger that is not capable. of carrying its own weight. When one in the body hurts, we all hurt. And that's just facts. So my job, regardless of the fact, is to make sure that not only are you aware, but that there is solutions. I always go out and take their stuff and bring it back to y'all at what you can afford, because I know you couldn't even get in front of them. It would not even be possible to get access to the information that they giving out unless your money was looking a certain kind of way. I'm not trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. Just pay me for my time for me showing up. Or pay me for my time and me putting it together for you, or whatever the case may be. So that's what I have for y'all. We are not without hope. Like, we're going to sit here and be like, oh my God, we just going to die. And there ain't nothing we can do about it. And we just got to die. No, we don't. And we're just going to starve? No, we don't. We should have been planting vegetation. Now's the time to start networking and getting with people who already planted vegetation. If you didn't, too bad, too late. Okay? Now it's time for networking. Now it's time for moving. Now it's time for you to get more than what you have. Because if you don't, you ain't going to survive. They squeezing the juice out of folks. Do you hear me? They squeezing the financial juice out of people. There are more people killing themselves in this month and the month before than any other time during the pandemic. They are squeezing the juice out of the people. I just don't want you to be one of them, okay? So I love you with the love of the Lord. And if I can serve you, my email is going across the bottom. I have the money link where you can actually take, it's called a money list. Excuse me. It's a list of money opportunities that you can take right now. They're even trying to come for farmers. That's what I'm saying. We better do something now, not tomorrow. We have wasted too much time. Way too much time. Straddling the fence, stagnating, entertaining. We done wasted way too much time. So now I'm going on behalf of not just myself, but the community, to get with other farmers, how we can barter and get a supply chain going on. If we need food over here and there, see how we can come up with some type of plan. Because they coming soon. Time is almost up. Get what you can now. Learn what you need to know now. Take that and turn that into, even if you do miss planting season, you still got you some land to plant on. That's the importance. Okay. That being said, love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Okay. Like I said, if I can serve you, hit up my email and I will gladly take care of you. Those are the two offers that I have. They're $97. You can miss your nail show. You can miss your hair show, whatever. You can miss your out to eat for $97. Take time to invest in you. Let me invest money so that I can get money back. That's all that it is. I'm not consuming. I'm investing so I can get more than what I have back. So I can invest more to get more than what I have back. All right. Peace out.